We realized pretty quick that there was something special about Belhaven. And once we got here and we got on site and we got involved a little bit more, we started to really pay attention and think this may be a good school for our child to come to.
We did a lot of searches when I was doing my college hunt, and we would just look up college dance programs that were at Christian universities. It was really important for me to go to a Christian college, just because I knew that the mentorship that I would be receiving would be grounded in biblical truths.
We were in the process of looking at different schools to find a good, solid Christian school that had a fantastic dance program, and that is hard to find.
As a dance major, the field is really challenging and really competitive, so I knew I needed to be at a college that had really solid training and that was technically really strong, and Belhaven it had all of that.
We really could see the presence of God in this university, and we could see that there were other Christians here, like-minded Christians, that not only were interested in the art field and interested in dance, but they also had a love for God.
It can be really easy to think that your identity is rooted in your abilities and in your talent or your role in a production. And I knew that at a Christian university, while those things are important and we are striving towards excellence, that's not the end-all be-all. That our art and this gift that we have is used for a higher purpose to bring honor and glory to God. Coming from New Jersey, everything is very high pace and you go from thing to thing, you walk fast, you talk fast, and interactions are quick and rushed. But when I came to the South, I noticed that everything moved at a slower pace, and I've come to really love it and really love slowing down and having intentional conversations with people, not just to check it off the list, but to truly get to know people and understand them better. I think I've laughed more at Belhaven in the past 4 years than I've laughed probably my whole life. I'm just so grateful for the people. The people have really made my experience something special.
One of the earliest meetings we were in, the president of the college came in to speak to everyone, and as parents, we're sitting there and we're listening to the president, and he puts his cell phone number up on the screen. And I know that made a huge impression on us of like, wow, the president of the college cares so much about the students here that he's willing to just say, if you need something, please call me.
I can talk to the faculty about anything, and I know that they're gonna support me and they're gonna have my back. And I'm also able to laugh with the faculty and not only talk to them about my academics or my career, but my life, and hear about theirs and gain inspiration from their experiences.
We're wrapping up 4 years of our daughter being here at Belhaven, and there has never been one time where we've said that she's not getting the value of the education. It has been far exceeding what we had hoped for. And the experience that she's gotten here for the tuition costs and everything else have been well worth it. And we have been very satisfied with the level of education that she's gotten here and her experience here overall.
Having the opportunity to also pursue a degree in psychology was really important to me. And with Belhaven offering the fifth-year promise, it was just nice to know that they were going to be able to work with me and to be able to support me in the pursuit of 2 degrees rather than just 1.
I know as parents that came from out of state, there's a lot of question marks that you have. How am I going to get my student back and forth to school every year? Am I going to be able to afford coming down the flights back and forth? Am I going to be able to afford driving down and driving back, on-campus fees, housing fees, all that kind of stuff? And it has all worked out. Each step of the way, God's provided.
Even if you're from far away, I don't think that should hold you back. There's so much value. I have met people from all over the world here. One of my best friends is from Singapore, and there's so much value in meeting people from different places and gaining their perspectives.
Well, and I think it's normal too to say, oh, well, what happens if? What if she gets sick? What if she gets hurt? And actually last year she was very sick at one point, and I was able to come down for the weekend, kind of a last minute plan. And but part of what was wonderful was that I also was able to go home confidently, knowing, okay, the care is going to continue in my absence.
We love Belhaven. Our daughter has had a great experience here, but there is that time frame in the beginning where you wonder, how is this all going to work out? And that's where you really lean back into your faith. God, in Proverbs it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And in the beginning, as you start into your college years, that verse is really, really important, because a lot of times we want to trust in our finances, or we want to trust in some other means to get us through these college years. But if you can really set your heart on, I know this is the place where my son or daughter is supposed to be, trust in the Lord. He's going to work it out for you, and your son or daughter will have a great experience here at Belhaven.
the experiences that you're gonna get here are invaluable. You know, you're gonna have faculty and mentors who pour into you. You're gonna be able to build relationships with people that will become like your family.